शारदे वरदे मां वरतु देवे. And this is Kahavata. शारदे वरदे मां वरतु देवे. श्री सरस्वती देवी माता की जय. Okay, so Sitaram once more to all those who join in a little bit after our invocation. I open my eyes and there you were. So welcome. We are continuing our little discussion today on Mother Saraswati. And today, just before I get into the meaning and the symbolism behind Mother Saraswati's Vahan, which is her Hamsa, not a Hamsa, I want to just briefly recap what we talked about last day. So, we said Mother Saraswati is the Hindu goddess of knowledge, wisdom and learning. She was also the goddess of the music, assist us in learning your music and the fine arts. And Saraswati's vehicle, in fact, she is also referred to as Hamsavahini. So Mother Saraswati is also called Hamsavahini, which means she who has the Hamsa as her vehicle, and the Hamsa is the swan, right? The beautiful white swan that is Mother Saraswati's vehicle. we described very briefly the form of Mother Saraswati, and we said that her color, and she is seen dressed in white attire, which signifies the purity of Mother Saraswati and her detachment to things materially. Unlike Mother Lakshmi, who is adorned with a nice bright pink color and a lot of jewelry, Mother Saraswati is very simple in her appearance and dresses in white, because she represents the ultimate knowledge of this universe, and she is not placed in any situation where she's decorated as such with costumes and jewelry. We also talked about her veena, which is the musical instrument that she carries, and the symbolic meaning, which means we have to be able to tune ourselves, tune our own minds into self-actualization. And what that means, tune your own mind to become sharper, to become smarter, to become in a position where you are better able to understand information that is presented to you. We also talked about the white lotus and where the lotus lives and what are the qualities of that lotus flower living in the muddy lake and being able to successfully grow and grow so beautifully in that muddy, murky water. Today, this evening, we are going to talk about Mother Saraswati's vehicle, which is the Hamsa, the swan. And the very first thing, if you look at a swan, the swan represents discipline. And how do this bird represent discipline? These birds are very disciplined in their approach. They operate like clockwork every single day. They do the same things at approximately the same times. Every day, they don't miss every single day. They follow the same routine. They barely break the routine. In terms of, if you observe a swan and its behavior, every day around the same time you'll be seeing it doing the same things. So they are very disciplined in their behaviors, and they are very predictable in their behaviors because of this. So what does this mean for us? A person who seeks the knowledge must firstly become very disciplined in his approach to acquiring this knowledge. If you are not disciplined in your approach, then you're going to be just jumping all over the place and not learning things in the proper manner. Like Ihan, for example, in Tabla this evening, you have to have a conscious and active approach to learning the new Qaida, the new Palta that we did in class this evening, correct? And then you have to think about what comes next, and then I asked, how do we convert this? And you rightfully said, give me the correct answer. Okay? So like this Ihan, we have to become disciplined in our approach and think things through properly. Once you have you as an individual, as a child, you should develop a routine in the morning. So you get up early, you say your prayers, you have your breakfast, and then you get ready for school. So right now your routines are more or less guided by your parents in terms of the number of things that you have to do. But as you grow older, like me, as you grow older and you become involved in the world, then the level of discipline that you need to execute becomes more and more, because you have more and more things around you to do and to get done. The Hamsa, the swan, is never seen doing random things. Right? If you follow the lifestyle of the Hamsa, you'll know that, again, they lead a very disciplined and controlled life. Unlike some other animals who operate very haphazardly and very unpredictable. Like some individuals that you may know, some other children that you know, they can't sit quietly, they can't tune their mind off for a minute to just to have a good conversation. Some people are always fidgety and uneasy, not because they have some medical underlying issue, but because they are too entangled in cartoons, in too much TV. You know, sometimes it's better to go back and read a book, a physical book. Go outside and play and ride your bike and become detached from these devices and get in tune more with your inner self and nature. The Hamsa, the swan, is also not limited by any boundaries, meaning the swan can live on land, it can live on water, it swims in a lake, and it can also fly, it can live in the air. So it is not bounded by earth, water, or the akash, or the space. Alright? So it is limitless, it is not restricted to one medium alone for its survival. So what does this mean for us and us children? For the one who attains knowledge, who studies hard, and attains knowledge, the world is your playing field. The world becomes your arson, or you are not limited to Trinidad and Tobago. When you study medicine, or you become an IT expert, or you become an A-class mechanic, there's room and work for you all over the world. You are not bounded by the boundaries of Trinidad and Tobago. I want to tell you a little story. There was a little fish living in a pond, and children, pay attention, right? Really important. So there was this fish living in a pond, and this fish, together with his family, knew this pond so well, knew every inch of this pond, which area the water was cooler, which area the water was warmer. Under the water, they knew where the little hiding spots were, where to find food. So they knew this pond very, very well. And living in this pond, they knew each other very well also. But one day, there was some turbulence in the pond. And turbulence meaning the water became agitated, and from that clear, nice water that it had before, the water now got muddy and ugly, and currents started flowing in the water. And they got flushed out of this pond that they were in into the bigger ocean. So they got diverted from the little pond that were in into a stream into the bigger ocean. And realizing that they are in a larger space, afterwards they realized that they were so limited by the little pond that they were living in that they now have this vast ocean of experience to explore. So children, what does this mean for us? In your little pond, in your little home, with your continuous encouragement by your parents, and with continuous dedication by yourself to continuing studies, continuing learning the musical arts, and your academics, when the time is right, the turbulence that they experienced in that little pond was the rains and floods that came and flushed them out into the ocean. So there will become a time in your life when situations, devotees, will come into play that makes you a little bit uneasy and forces you to rethink your position and to move you. The situation will push you, literally give you a kick to move into a bigger pond and learn and experience a lot more in life. So, having said all of that, we'll all join in a little bhajan again, praising Mother Saraswati. Okay, join again. Janani, Janani, Satya Sai Shubha Janani, 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 Satya Sai Shubha Shri Guru Maharaj Ki Jai. So let's go on in the description of understanding the Hamsa. The swan or the Hamsa, Mother Saraswati's vehicle, it does not live in polluted water. It does not live in a filthy or dirty environment. You will very hardly or rarely see the Hamsa swimming in a dirty pond or living in areas where us humans litter and throw garbage. The Hamsa, how many of you know what a swan looks like? How beautiful a white the swan is? It's really pretty and always very clean. So this Hamsa takes very, very good care of itself and the environment in which it lives. They're always cleaning themselves. And also where us humans make dirty, they will clean up that area too for us. And what does this mean for us? When you study and you load the memory card in your brain with your knowledge, and you are able to access this knowledge using your intellect and make smart decisions, children, you will not become corrupt. You will make smart decisions and not make bad decisions that will corrupt your mind or make bad decisions for your family, for yourself and your families later on. And just like the Hamsa, always cleaning the area in which it lives and always cleaning themselves, us too, as individuals, always have to go back and keep sharpening our skills. What does that mean? It means Vandana, it means Shiva, Surya, it means Kumal, that we always have to go back and practice and practice and practice to make our skills better and better and better. It's like using a knife, in the kitchen. Over time, the knife gets dull, doesn't it? Yeah? And you have to get a file and go sharpen the knife back to cut the tomatoes nicely. Alright? And to cut the baigan with the one clean swipe. Right, Raghav? Mommy will be able to tell you that, right? So, similarly, you have to go back and practice the work that we do in class. You have to go back and study your work that was done in school to make your minds sharper, to make you more alert in being able to think about the things that you have to do. The Hamsa also has this quality where it can distinguish between milk and water. If you give the Hamsa milk and water mixed together, the swan, it is able to extract the milk only from the water and leaving the water behind. I don't know how they do that. This is just a quality that they have. And this signifies that to us, we, over time, as we gather all this information and knowledge, that we are able to think about it carefully and extract the good things and apply it to our lives. Over the course of your lifetime in learning, us as individuals, as adults, as children, you are going to learn many, many, many different things. In every situation in life, there is going to be something for you to learn. And in every situation, there will be things that you can take that could make you a better person. And in every situation, there are things that you will have to leave that may not work for you. So, like the swan, become sharp like this so you're able to filter information that you store in your mind through your intellect to make you make smart decisions. So, individuals can filter out the vidya from a pile of information which we call avidya. So, sense from nonsense. Vidya, avidya. Okay? And the final thing I want to say on Mother Saraswati this evening is also, Mother Saraswati was also sometimes seen riding on a peacock, not just a swan. So the peacock has the ability to eat poisonous snakes. Did you all know that? The peacock has the ability to eat poisonous snakes. But even though the peacock eats the poisonous snakes, it is not affected by the poisons from the snake itself. And as a matter of fact, it converts the poisons and the toxins in the snake to create the beautiful plumage that the peacock wears, and the feathers, the bright, lovely colors. So, children, friends, devotees, in the same way, in every situation, you take the stones that people throw at you and build a foundation that you can step up on. You take the negative things that people say to you and you turn it into something positive that you can learn from. Okay, so all of this meaning, all of this symbolism is embedded in Mother Saraswati's vehicle, which is called the Hamsa Vahini. Okay? Prem se bole Shri Saraswati Devi Mata ki Jai. So we'll all join, today being Thursday, and a day we pay worship to Guru and Bhagavan Shankar. We join in a very beautiful Lord Shiva bhajan. Bhajan take again for those of you who have the instruments. Vishwanath Jai, Amarnath Jai, Bhutanath Jai, Umapati. Jai Vishwanath Jai, Amarnath Jai, Bhutanath Jai, Umapati. जय विश्वनाथ जय अमरनाथ